Welcome back to another episode with your boy Paradox the Rapper, your favorite YouTube DIY rapper. Here, this week, I scored myself apart for this MR2. Check this out. Yes, there it is, guys. This is what I've been looking for, a manual steering rack.
Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy.
All right, here we are in Vacaville. I took the Audi, and it's raining outside. I got my friend here. What's your name?
Juvenile?
Juvenile. And what's your Instagram?
Slow
sign?
MR2.
Slow MR2. I'll link him in the description below. But here's what he's got for me. This awesome. It's off of a turbo model, a manual rack. So mine was super. Well, I hope this fits. It should. Yeah. But I heard that the manual racks are a little bit for the turbos are a little bit different than NAs. So you guys tell me if this would work. We're gonna take this home right now and put it on. All right, so this is gonna be a very technical episode. I've never done a steering rack before, install or take apart or whatever, but it looks easy enough. We're gonna give it a try. Okay, honey, time to film me. Need cameraman. Oh, look at the Bella. She's like a damn porcupine pig.
I know, she's like a big razorback.
Battle hog.
Look at it.
Battle hog. Almost ready to eat. All right, so before I can put this in, I'm gonna slide under there. I'm gonna dismantle some stuff. Never done this before, but we'll figure it out. So here we go. Okay, looks like I gotta take apart this cover shield thing, and then the rack should just come off. Oh, I see what's wrong with it. Here, I'll show you guys. Okay. Thanks, honey.
You good?
Yes. All right, so here, it's a little hard to film, but this is a gap in between the rack, and when you grab the rack, you grab the wheel and you see that? That's that noise. And I don't know how bad that is to drive on that, but that's the situation we're looking at. So here I'm going to undo this bolt, these other bolts and stuff like that, and kind of just take this little cover off, and then we can get to the steering rack, it looks like. So here we go. All right, so I got a 10, and I think that will work. Oh yeah, there we go. Everything on a Toyota is a 10. Or a any Japanese car, really. You can't go wrong with a 10 millimeter. This whole shroud is off, so now we get to see what it looks like under. As you can see here, it's attached by this, and then by this right here. What you're looking at is this. You have to undo this bolt, I think. is. Whole thing is out. Slide it this way and slide it this way. All right, boys, let's go compare. Okay, so the steering rack is out. Here's the old one and the new one. The old one's up top, the new one's on the bottom. They look pretty much the same. Yeah, I think this is actually gonna work. I don't think there's much of a difference here. I mean, this is further out on that one, so I'm gonna match it up just so that my kind of camber is correct, or whatever, you know, whatever you call it. But my alignment's kind of on point a little bit. Then the alignment guy's kind of fixed. But here, this boot's ripped to hell. You can see that. Here, this one also ripped to hell. And you can, there you go. You hear all that play. Here, nothing. So this one's good. All right, boys. Gonna clean that up, and back in it goes the reverse order. Well, I learned a good lesson today. Don't use the impact wrench on everything. So here's what we got. I'll go show you. Okay, so the situation is I'm just doing good, you know, crunching along, getting shit back in, being all proud of myself. And then this shit happens right here. So I put this nut in, and then for whatever stupid reason, I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, but I hit the impact wrench on this thing. And then as soon as I spun it, this thing just kept on spinning. So literally, it just spun right off. Broke the shit out of this nut. Some bitch. And the back, good thing, this thing is built to protrude out the back, so I can just grab that with a wrench and spin it out. But I've contacted the guy that gave me this steering rack, Slow MR2 on Instagram. He's gonna mail me the nut. So yeah, lesson learned. Okay, so this video went very quickly from how to change your steering rack on this NA MR2 to how to fail at changing steering rack. So the nut that I've broken off, this is the other end of it that I've pulled out. So I actually, since my buddy who sold me the steering rack, he's gonna mail me a replacement nut. But in the meantime, I think I have a solution. This happens to be a nut that I had in my random nut box. Everyone should have one, because you never know when you're gonna need something like this. When you do like stuff, or you go to the junkyard, just grab some nuts that would fit your car. So here we can see that the threads match up. So you guys see that right there? Okay, so these threads match up very nicely. I've already test fitted this onto the steering rack column that I broke off. Oh, Jesus Christ, I got like mud and shit, grease, and it works. So this is probably a little longer. This is the whole nut right here, broken. But the stock nut has this kind of fat portion at the end of it right there. So until he sends me that, I'm not sure when, but he's a very nice guy and he's gonna pretty much get on it. I'm going to replace this with this one. They're roughly about the same length, and the only thing is that this has a washer that's that's fatter than this locking nut washer that's in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind it to make it fit, and then I happen to have one of these end bolts that can just go on there for extra security. All right, guys, it's grinding time. Okay, so basically I just need to grind this one side flat with the nut, and then we'll fit on the steering rack. In case you broke your shit and you don't have a nice friend with lots of MR2 parts, this is what you do. custom washer and nut. And I'm just gonna slide that sucker right in here. It's a little warm from all the grinding, but there you go. Just tighten that down. Ah, very nice. Then we'll sit this like right there, just like that, and then I'm just gonna tighten that. Then I'm gonna spin the thing around. See how it like comes through here, and whatever comes out, I'm just gonna put that back nut on it, and we'll call it a day. Okay, there it is. That's the ghetto rig setup. So I got the nut with the modified washer in the front, and then I got this kind of just reinforcing it. Technically you don't need this, because as long as the threads fit, you're looking at like what's up top here. So this is the stock OEM setup. So okay, if those of you guys who think this is sketchy as fuck, let me know in the comments. But I think it'll be fine, because the overall idea is there. You're just holding this steering column to this thing. That's it. Okay, so while I'm at it, I figured might as well pull some fenders. So this is now the pulled fender. If you can see here, it kind of protrudes out now. I'm using the hammer, and it's not as smooth as I'd like it to be. I think that's okay, because you're not really gonna be able to notice. Once I do the phone book method, when I lower this thing, I think it will smooth out. But here on this side, this is what the stock fender looks like unpulled. So you see how that lip just comes straight down, and then over here it's gonna give me a little bit of that, you know, that aggressive fitment look. So I do see that it's kind of off, so I'm gonna try to smooth this out. I didn't use the fender roller because the strut, I would have to like move the strut all the way down for the fender roller to even fit, just because it's so high up already. Good lesson learned. Maybe I will use the fender roller when I go to adjust it, just so that the fender roller smooths everything out, because the hammer is okay, but it's not doing it all the way even. If you really look at it, you can tell. Okay, let's lower this bitch to the ground and test to see how it looks. This thing is towed in a little bit, so I'm gonna have to adjust the toe on it. All right, guys, there it is. With the, oh, that's so much better. With that fender pull, just a little bit makes a huge difference. And then on this side, I think this needs a little more pulling compared to this side. Yeah, let's see. Boom. Okay. And here. Yeah, just a little more on this side. But let me put you guys down and I'm gonna close this out. Oh yes, one finger. So this is kind of ideally how I want to do it. A little more fender pulling can be done, and I saw online how to ghetto pull your fenders, so we'll do that next week with some paper and phone book. Basically, you just line this up, and then you do it that way. So if you guys like this video, even though it's very technical and probably kind of long, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. I'm all dirty, and I got mosquito bites all over me. So until next time, I will catch you guys later.